as far as these advisors and these aides and these lobbyists that are around John McCain, it's not just Georgia, it's not just foreign policy. It's everywhere, man. There's a new study out. It's by Campaign Money Watch. They're a nonpartisan group, and they follow the money in terms of where the money is going to for both presidential candidates, right? In the last decade, top fundraisers and aides for John McCain have collected nearly $1 billion from United States corporations. That $930,949,819. Now that's all the money that those corporations gave over to make sure they could influence policy. And they have surrounded John McCain in a wall of advisors, aides, and fundraisers. Now, you think those guys don't want to get their $1 billion back? And we've talked about this a lot on the show. Man, for every dollar they put in to the government, these corporations get back hundreds of dollars, sometimes thousands of dollars. It's the best investment they can make. Politicians are the cheapest things you could buy. Now, they put in $1 billion on the guys surrounding John McCain. When John McCain becomes president, you think they're going to be like, oh, yeah, great, mission accomplished. We'll see you later. Or are they going to come knocking saying, hey, you know what? Well, it might be great as if we got a little payback for that. And it won't come in the form of $1 billion. It'll come in the form of $10 billion, $100 billion, $200 billion. These guys aren't dummies. It's an investment. It's an investment in politicians. And they've put in a lot of money to not just John McCain, but all the people surrounding him. Specifically to John McCain, they've already, the same companies have given nearly $12 million already to McCain's presidential campaign. So, God help us all. And let me say for the record one last thing about that, which is, this is not just a John McCain problem. Yes, among the politicians, he is really knee-deep in this, as much as anybody else is, right? And more so than most. But having said that, the problem is the system, man. And John McCain, to his credit, did in the past try to do campaign finance reform. He did McCain-Feingold. His name's on it, right? And that was a good law. It was a good attempt at a law. And even he's knee-deep in it, despite that. The system is broken, man. It's run based on money. And it's not our money. It's the lobbyists who are giving the money and then getting 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times the return for it. And where are they getting that money from? They're getting it from our pockets. Our pockets. And I think that if we keep going down this direction, they're facing a populist revolt. Now, that might be overstating it, but I see it brewing, man. It's not at the revolt level, okay? And I don't mean, of course, literal revolt, but like a revolt in terms of throwing these politicians out of office and saying, you know what, we're going to go in a whole new direction. I see that really bubbling to the surface. I mean, look at some of the waste in this government. The Republicans claim, and John McCain is king of this, claiming he's going to get rid of waste. And then he says he's going to increase the defense budget. But so much of the waste is in the defense budget. Do you know that we're paying nearly $250 million for military spare parts that we have already designed to go in the garbage? I'm not kidding. It sounds so unbelievable that you're going to say, no way. But Matt Taibbi of Rolling Stone wrote about this already. Senator Bernie Sanders has pointed out. Over $230 million on military spare parts that are already designated to go in the trash heap. Why are we doing that? Because people are getting rich off of it, man. And the defense budget is the best place to get rich. Because if you go to cut it in any way, shape, or form, even if it makes the perfect sense, what are the Republicans going to do? And then backed up by the media, they're going to say, soft on defense. Soft on national security. Look at John Kerry and Bill Clinton and all these people who wanted to cut defense. No, we need to take $250 million of the American taxpayer money and literally put it in the garbage. Because nobody can question the Defense Department. No one, ever. Any of the money that is spent. Well, I think people are going to get load of these facts eventually.